They're gonna have nobody who can deal with Olaf on side lane and mid late game.
And we have an Ezreal meet for Jackies.
Yeah, something we've already seen him play last time.
Excuse me, it's just Jackie's eating in.
Humanoid only just reset though, so that's huge, but bot side now.
The big wave as well. Let's see how they go through it. Acro Prison is flashed away. TP as well. Razork under turret. Ain't clean for now. He's getting 2v1. Razork.
Very much come into his own. He's had some great performances, even you think back to like MSI and things like the Camille. Like this guy has really now come into his own as a top laner. And it was similar to the Antonio. When he joined the league, a lot of people are like, come on, he's a tank player, he's not going to be able to do much. But this GiantX has been vitalized with the Antonio coming in. His Rumble has looked spectacular, and now we get to see these two, you know, old gods of the top lane in the oven.
But we played the Cho'Gath Gnar matchup, and he absolutely decimated me.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless, he was always really good at his specific champions, is my point, right? He was fantastic on Cho'Gath, Ornn, these kinds of tanks. And now it's on him to play mitigation versus this.
Exactly that. I mean, under turret, he's cleared the way, but as he flashes away, even Humanoid comes on here. He's got no Bella's Breath to kite this one out, so seismic shove makes it easy. Razork! The almost dying. Oh my god! Fnatic! What is going on? I mean, Oscar in and slow, he might be able to die this. Antonio! He's dancing on him! Well, this is
wait!
Oscar, no! In the LVP matchup, the Antonio claps him with a hammer. Meanwhile, bot, Fnatic are in tatters. They are getting destroyed by our bottom of the barrel we thought from winter. Now the Giants are back.
The barrier!
They stand strong.
The barrier!
No! And it's happening, bot. Just as I say it, man, GiantX, why do you have to do me like that?
It's bloody down bot side, it's bloody up top side as well as Noah.
What?
The flash!
Makes it okay. Obviously, if it gets dire.
The way this goes is this is best case scenario. I might have to hold that.
Yeah,
the
you might
engage comes
have to
down.
because again, tidal wave, double bubble as well. Juhan, the ulti not going to be used this time around as Jackie's moves on down. I'm not sure if it's available again. Question. That's enough. I mean, GiantX, they seem clear to take all three grubs left over here. Fnatic trying as Culling zones out. Juni's going to dredge line to the wall after taking half his HP. Humanoid thinking about it with the Weaver's Wall now in action. Jackie's going to sit behind range as the Acro Prison doesn't hit, but Juhan does. Curse of the Sad Mummy sets up so the Humanoid has to sit there and die. Jun now getting outranged as the Antonio on Ornn. This third pick red side again, man. He's just doing it better.
But every time Fnatic are taking these fights when they just don't have the setup. We just said, look, you've got to wait for Oscar to try and get in. The Antonio ends up walking up, but
Down bot side if he wants to catch this wave and defend the turret though.
You were saying, give it up. Fnatic are here though. And as you said, the Olaf is there, so maybe a soft contest Aragon to use your language.
The problem is you can't contest, and this is the nature of having no TP on your top laner. If you want to group, you have to decide way beforehand and have the TP-less top laner group preemptively to predict a potential TP from the enemy.
But I think that's the thing. Fnatic were kind of grouping up towards Riptile to say, if we see the Antonio's teleport, cool, we can probably look for the 4v4.
But thanks with the tight calls, Blessing forces the flash right before that said Dragon. 35 seconds, Razork though comes in with the flash. He's revived!
Ignar here, but he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, they find the pick, but they do have Hextech portals, so he can make it back in time. Jun might be caught out.
I mean, it depends. Humanoid as well. His angle after the TP is great. He gets the seismic shot back, but he's also stunned. He flashes in a straight line, takes the damage as Juhan's just on top of him.
Oscar.
Meanwhile, Oscar's cleaning up. Right now, Lothbrok returns as Jackie tries to get the angle, but he can't get the damage. Juhan knocks back, and we're in the slop again. But Fnatic have one thing for certain. They've got their dragon in their sights to stop the stacking.
And the Zeke's Ravenous Hydra, Olaf, Oscar in the backline, managing to drain tank all three people. I think Solar on the analyst desk talked about, you know, maybe they don't have enough DPS. Maybe
might be caught on out, but at least giving the separation here for Fnatic to take topside turret. Remember, they got some grubs as well. And after that play, after stopping the dragon stacking, and Fnatic see that there, it's Jackie's bot, but they're going to get an inner top.
And maybe this is exactly what Fnatic needed. Don't put Oscar in on a tank. Don't put him on Cassante. Give him Olaf. Give him a counter.
He came in, or rather, Winter was good. Winter playoffs was a bit down. I mean, it's been a mixed bag, right? Oscar's got a lot of conversation starters here as Fnatic at least get mid-turret. And I'm talking about him because he's on the way to third item as he moves bot.
But the thing is, he's not alone. Noah is just as large. Like 4 kills on Kaisa, 2 items already completed. Noah is a force to be reckoned with, and we're about to find out.
The pick again, Razork sets it on up, and the slow means you can't leave. Zeke's conversion stops it. Juhan gets an ulti out, but he's immune. Ragnarok has come.
On the opposing side are trying to funnel Jackies as much as possible. They know.
My God. Objective now spawned. Humanoid set up in position as well. Dredgeline comes out. Razork's ulti almost eat into by the Arcane Shifters. The smack back from Humanoid was bloody brilliant. Juhan gets a great ulti, but he can't do too much because Oscar's on top of him. Noah's cleaning out. He goes in the back line himself, but Humanoid is there to defend. Fnatic have returned, they've risen, and they are sick of this battle for game 2.
Noah opens up like a shotgun into the back line of GiantX, destroys Jackie and Patrick thanks to the help of Humanoid, and just like that, Fnatic found their window. They're going to end the game.
They find the one shot onto Ignar rather. Noah dives the backline. Oscar in and tanks all 5 of them. It's absolutely insane how much work this Olaf is doing.
And it's one decisive move as Noah takes yet another. And the game is over. 24 minutes. We see a game 3, and we see Fnatic finally fired up in playoffs.